To get to your application, go to the Certification tab, Applications, and pick Grandparenting Pathway 1. This will take you to the page that has all the tables and instructions that you need for filling out the application, as well as the certification policies and procedures that you should read prior to accessing the online application. Your training table for your formal program needs to be filled out, and you should fill this out prior to accessing the application, as well as the other tables that apply to you. The required table would be the individual client contact hours. There'll be others that may or may not apply to you. So look these over first. Your yoga therapy resume, we have provided a format. You can use your own if you would like to. Once you've filled these out, looked over the policies and procedures, you go down to the button, Apply via Grandparenting Pathway 1, and that takes you to the opportunity to register. Here you will pay $125, non-refundable, of the $250 application fee. This takes you to the application. You can read again the instructions on how to label the files and evidence you'll be sending us, and then begin filling out the fields. Most of these are personal information, membership information. If you need your member number, you can click right here and get it. Also, you'll notice some of these fields are underlined. If they're underlined, just roll over them and they will give you additional information about how to complete the field. Check the things that apply to you. Organizations you're affiliated with, activities you've been associated with, styles that inform your yoga therapy practice. Anytime you don't see yourself on one of these lists, you'll find there's an Other field at the bottom. Just click Other and then specify what you think is missing. Click Next. This gives you the policies that you will need to read and agree to abide by in some cases. In the case of the scope of practice, notice it says Understand, read and understand. You can always click Save and Continue if you need to step away from the application. We'd like you to tell us which kind of evidence you are giving for the 200-hour teacher training. Just click one of these. These will be the files, the image files of the certificates for your formal training, your 200-hour or greater teacher training. And then you move on to the 300-hour yoga therapy training, 300 hours of yoga therapy training. The name of your formal program, these are taken from your training table that you will have already filled out. And we'd like to know whether or not you got the distribution of hours from your program. Say yes or no, and if you weren't able to do that, how did you calculate your hours? You have the opportunity to submit a second and third program only if you need to get the 300 hours. We'd like to know if you're a healthcare practitioner. Again, if you don't see yourself listed there, please specify the type under Other as well as in the complementary modality field. Total client contact hours, this would be the number of total hours even if you're not submitting more than 150. So in this case, given that this Susie is filling out 150 and 200, that top number would be 350. Tell us which form of the resume you're submitting, your own or the one provided by us. On the reference page, we'd like for you to give us the name of a colleague or teacher or even a client and their contact information. Do not send copies of letters of reference. Do you wish to be listed? And then exactly how you want your certificate to show. So the first name, do not include any other credentials here, please, and where you'd like us to mail it. You attest that it's true, accurate, and complete. Again, you can save and continue later anytime you need to. And this completes filling in the information. This last checklist is for your purposes, your review purposes only, just saying these are the possible tables and evidence that you'll be submitting. So go down and see which ones apply to you and click them. And then you'll copy and paste or simply click on this link to launch an email to that address, and this is where you will send your evidence and your tables. So all the attachments, all the files will be attached to this email. And then you can return to your application and submit it. You'll get the last screen, and it gives you the address again. Should you happen to have missed it, your submission number, we suggest you save it. And we're ready to review at our end and be back in touch with you with approval or a request for some clarification if that's needed. We look forward to receiving your application.